Hey YouTubers, and welcome back to another episode here on ESGNet as we're back here for MLB 17 the show, and this is the St. Louis Cardinals franchise, and this is the Redbird Report for the month of June. So as you take a look there, we are getting ready to go into this series here with Washington coming up here in the next new month, which will be July. But we're going to take a quick look here and kind of give you guys a look at what happened in the month of June, as we had a pretty good year here. We'll see here in just a bit the wins that we got here. We're still one of the most dominant teams right now in Major League Baseball. I see they're 62-17 for the season there, and having a pretty good year there. We had a tough go there at the start of the month there, losing to the Dodgers and the Cubbies there. And we lost that series against the Cubbies, only winning that second game there in that series there. Then we were able to bounce back with Cincinnati, but then losing two straight to Cincinnati, and winning the final game there in that series there, splitting that series with them. Then we went on to win 5 straight there, winning the series there in Philly, getting a clean sweep there, and then of course we hosted the Brew Crew. And we took the first 2 games, losing the last game there 4-9. And then Baltimore, we had a nice weekend series there with them. We swept them. So we took 2 out of 3 there in Philly. Pittsburgh, we had a clean sweep there, which was really nice. So we're getting a lot of sweeps there. We have at least 3 sweeps there in the month of June, and pretty much all of them were on the weekend there. And then the Philly series there, we end up getting 2 out of 3 there, and then we had the interleague, not the interleague. We had went out to the West Coast there against Arizona, taking that game there 12-5 there. That was the Martinez game that you guys just seen here, I think not too long ago here on the channel. That was a really good game there. I had a blast playing that one, and then I went ahead and simmed the Washington game there 5-2, so we can get into the month of July. So a really successful season here so far here, and we'll see a lot more simming here as we go along here, as we're, like I said, we got a really good record right now, playing some really good baseball here, and we'll start simming a lot more here, especially against teams that are not doing so well in all the different divisions in the National League. And of course, depending on what the interleague series are like, we'll try to play some of those, because those are teams that we don't get to see that often. So that'll be really nice to see. But take a look here at some of the numbers there. And of course, Piscotty, one of our hot players right now, who has a great average there at 293 at-bats, 18 home runs, 37 RBIs, and 1 stolen base for him. He's having a great year here. 85 overall there. Take a look at his attributes there. But just one of our top guys right now, who's just been really top-notch, helping out Carpenter, who's been our lightning rod for this ball club here, and doing a good job of doing that. Yanni, there you see 333 in his average right there, so he's hitting well above average. 10 home runs, 30 RBIs. He has 264 at bats there for him for the season, and of course he's our general. Here's our field general there behind the plate, and doing a great job with our pitchers here this season. Not just especially with our starters. All 5 starters have been doing really well. We'll see those numbers here in just a bit, but also with the relieving there, and I just can't wait to see what else he can do here. And then of course Sarolta there, to 336 there average there for him. He has quite a bit of double-digit home runs. As Matt Carpenter right now, 28 home runs, 374 for his average, 57 RBIs. He has been tearing it up. He's hot, still going hot right now, but he's kind of simmering some. Not like how he was at the start of the season there, and that's going to happen. He's going to go not a nosedive or anything like that, but he's going to kind of simmer down some, but he'll heat back up here once again. Dexter Flower, man, we started with him hot. There you see 9 home runs, 26 RBIs, 3 stolen bases, hitting 300 there. He's been just ice cold here for a while there, and I've been really thinking about dropping him down to the minors, down to AAA for a while, just to see, make sure, just see what kind of bat just get him to look at some pitches there, get him kind of warmed up, ready to go, and then of course bring him back up when he is tearing it up down there. But yeah, that might happen here sooner or later. I do have a couple minor league pitchers. I didn't put them in this episode here to talk about them, but or minor league pitchers, I should say minor league players, position players that I do want to bring up here, coming up here in the next couple of episodes, and get them some playing time here, so we may I think it'll be valuable assets for us as we go into the postseason. Of course, Jed Jerko there, one of our other guys there, going really well there. And then, of course, Greg Garcia there. I will say I'm happy as a Clam right now because we're not having injury issues right now for our ball club here. And, I say it very proudly. We're taking care of our guys. But for the most part here, injuries have not been a huge concern. Because if you know of our Royals franchise, we have... what is it? I can't think of his name now. He's one of our shortstops injured. Ben Zubris, he's injured there, and so far we have not had to deal with any kind of things like that. But knock on wood there. I don't have any. Well, I have silver on, but I can't knock on it because you'll end up hearing the desk. But nonetheless, here it's been a good season for us in that department there, and I'm hoping it will keep going. All right, another guy here, take a look at his ERA there, just under 1.68. Talking about Michael Walker, 14 starts so far he has been in. He's had, 15 games he's been in so far, so he's only had one no decision, and that's been a great go for him so far here. Martinez there, 12-2 for the season, 110 innings pitched, 180 RBI, 180 strikeouts, I should say, and a 220 average for his ERA there. So just a little bit of a setback there, but hey, he's still pitching some good baseball, even though right now he's kind of cold since that win there, that big win there against towards the end of the month there with Arizona. He's been getting kind of icy there. We have to try to get him back going again. Adam Wainwright, of course, 9-4 for the season, 113 strikeouts, 192 average, and he's been pitching over 100. He's pitched over 100 innings so far here. He's been our workhorse there, really, to be quite honest. There, he's been doing a great job with some solid wins there, and just doing, for a while there, he's kind of was slumping there some, but he started to fight back. Mike Leake there, 9-2 for the season. 110 RBI or 110 strikeouts there for him. $1.90, $1.65 there for him. Matt Bauman, one of our pitchers, our relieving pitchers, and I'm kind of thinking about moving him maybe to the starting rotation to kind of help us out as a kind of a spot starter there whenever someone needs some time off. But there you see our closer. He's been doing really well there. I believe he has now 25 saves right now, and he's on pace here to do very well, very well for himself here. I think close to 40 they're saying, and he's just been doing a great job there in the in the last innings there, just really closing the door there, and that's what we want to see from our closer. That's always what you always want to see from your closer, but he's doing an excellent job with that. And of course, Trevor Rosenthal there doing a great job there in the middle relief, along with Kevin Segrist, Brett Cecil. Jonathan Braxton and Zach Dukes both are having some trouble here. They're a little over 5 in their ERA, and we got to get that down here some if they want any chance to get back on the field there for us to help us out there. That's just something I just don't really allow and don't really care for, so we got to get that down somewhere around the mid-3s there. Cardinals right now in first place, Cubbies right behind them, 14 games back in second, Pittsburgh 24.5, third place, fourth place Brewers there, and of course the Reds in last place. Nationals, Mets, Braves, and Marlins and Phillies are your teams there in the East. As for in the West, is Dodgers just a half a game ahead of the, of course, Giants. Diamondbacks there are 4 games back, 7 games back, or 7.5 games back for the Rockies, and 13 for the Padres. There you take a look at the wild card. The season ended today. The Cubbies and Mets would get the wild card right now. And there you see the rest of them. But of course, we still have plenty of baseball. We're not even at the halfway point just yet. We got about another week or so, about 2 weeks before we get to the All-Star break. And of course, once we get to the All-Star break, finish that up, we'll move everything and this team over to MLB 18, the show, and then finish off the season there. We'll kind of do a lot of simming to get to the season, to the playoffs. And then once we get done with the season, we'll move over to MLB 19, and then of course that we'll just continue from there. So just been taking my time here, working on other series, bringing some new videos for you guys. So that's been kind of the reason why this one and the Royals series have been on the back burner here. And of course, I got some new series coming up. Of course, Madden just dropped. Will drop towards, I think, the end of this week here. By the time this video comes out, it's either dropped or hasn't dropped yet. I know, at least by now, by the time this video does come out, the All Access for EA has been out. So, and I've been playing on that. So, a lot of new stuff coming up here, and I kind of want to get into that, and also trying to get into other things. Take a look at your league leaders here. Not gonna really getting into these right now. You guys can just look and see see what players are doing what. You guys can pause the video and see what their numbers are so far here. But for the most part here, we're in the top, in a lot of the top 10 in a lot of these categories here, like we should be, because we've just been playing some really good baseball here. But at some point there will be a cooling period here. That we're gonna have guys on slumps here, but hopefully it'll be a cooling period that we won't lose too often. So we came out of the gates red hot, and at some point here, we are going to start cooling down here and having guys struggling at the plate here. Hopefully not too many guys will be struggling at the plate. It won't be affecting the whole team, but nonetheless here, we just got to keep our key guys going and keep especially pitching wise too, just be solid pitching, and also get some good bullpen there. I've been looking at a couple players here that we could try to sign, or possibly make some moves. There are some players I have in mind that I want to move around, and that might be another video here somewhere around I do have a video, or I do have one scheduled for a preview at possibly some trades that we can be looking into for some guys for this coming up for the trading deadline here. I have some ideas and some ways to move some guys around here, because I do want to look for some younger talent, because we didn't do so well in the draft. If you watched it, it was not that great. So I do want to try to move some guys that are on their last year of their contract right now, that are not doing so well. If they're not doing so well, so some of those guys, if you've been kind of paying attention, you know who they are. But I'll kind of talk about that more later on in that video. It's a trade deadline video there. We'll try to look at some moves that we could possibly make for some other teams there. There's a couple guys that I know that are currently up on the trading block that we probably could go out for, and it wouldn't hurt us that bad, but we would take a hit on on cash wise there. And I just want to make sure. I've been kind of looking around and just kind of trying to figure out how bad that's going to hurt us. I kind of want to get some guys that are some prospects out of some of these guys that we're going to be trading. But I know in some aspects, some of the guys that will be trouble that I do have in mind trading, we may not get good ones. So we'll have to. I got a plan A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, P for a lot of this stuff. So, but I'll get into more of that here coming up on that trade deadline video, and that'll be several episodes from now. Actually, when we get over to MLB 18. But there you see the pitching there. You guys can check those out there. But for the most part here, it's just I can't really say too much here. I'm just really good with the simming and stuff like that. I'm not cheesing or anything. I'm just, games are getting simmed. They're getting simmed. When you see them in the video, they're getting simmed like that way. There's not me, trying to force it to, to get me wins like that. It's just straight up, You know, a win's a win, a loss is a loss. But like I said, we will try to. I am going to be simming this second half of the season quite a bit. I just don't want to miss out on some of the pitching matchups there, and of course some of the teams I want to play with, especially if we're going to, when we get to some more of the interleague games here. I really want to see some of those American League teams. Of course, you know, I got to follow the Cubby series. You know, with our in-state rival with the Royals, got to face them. You know, Red Series. What else? Milwaukee. You know, with Milwaukee. I don't know. Milwaukee right now is kind of teetering right now. But you know, just whenever certain teams come into town, you know, Atlanta's another good team. Nationals seem like they're a really good team there. The most recent game I played there, that one, which will be coming up here very soon, was a really intense game. There's a lot of defense in that. And I'll show you guys that here. That'll actually be the next episode coming up here. You go see that game. Especially, you know, anytime I have matchups with Strasburg, one of our guys going up against him, that'd be nice to see. You know, I'm not gonna necessarily always play it, but you know, I do want to see certain pictures and stuff like that, just to see how things, how I can face them and stuff like that. So, yeah, there's matchups. I just want to see some good matchups there, and just see good, not just pitching matchups, but just team matchups, and see who we get to face here in the second half. I do have some of the second half kind of scheduled out for episodes and stuff like that. Along with, you know, I also want to work with some of the guys down there in the AAA down in Memphis. We've been kind of showcasing them. Matter of fact, we got an episode coming up here very soon on Luke Weaver, one of our pitchers that I'm really going to try to bring up here, because he's one of our future guys that I think is going to be he's going to be a dominant pitcher. I really do. I think he's going to be a good pitcher that's going to really he's going to be a good day 2 guy. He should be a day 1, but I think he might be a solid day 2, and I want to get him some chances to come up to the majors and get some pitching in and see what we can do with him. So yeah, and then of course I want to play some games down there too, because I think both our teams are doing pretty well there in the minors, and I kind of want to help them out, see if we can get some playoff baseball out of them also. So and those I've not been playing, except for when I'm doing the kind of like Roto Show kind of little things with them, with the player lock episodes, when we had the AAA report there from some of our top prospects from both the minor, from AA and AAA there. So yeah, so I mean, that's pretty much the get-go for this. Take a look here at some of the American League guys there, and got some big names. Of course, Mike Trout is one of the top guys right now in American League. It's just killing it, and you know, that's a series I would like to see. Hopefully, we get a chance to play them, the Angels, because I really want to face Trout here. I see him enough in the Kansas City Royals franchise, but at the same time, I like facing the Angels there. They got a good ball club. And I just love facing Trout, see how many ways I can strike him out in there, and just you know, read some of the tendencies and stuff like that, just how to get him out, and how to build that lineup they have, especially at least in the Kansas City version of the Kansas City Royals franchise there. That team's just ridiculous. But yeah, just take a look there. Just some decent numbers there from a lot of guys there. Some of the familiar names you see from time to time in the league leaders there, and for the most part here, like I said, I just want to see some good. Just been seeing some good numbers there from like different guys there. Some expecting names showing up there, and been a really good. So far, it's been a good season for us and for a lot of different teams in the league there. So really excited about this season, and like I said, when we get closer to the trade deadline, we are going to make some moves. Not going to say who they are just yet, but we are going to try to make some moves here, and mostly probably in the idea of trying to get some prospects, trying to get some guys there that we can bring to the ball club. So, but yeah, almost done with the league leaders here. I didn't think it was going to take this long to do so, but those are some of your league leaders there. We're in the pitching right now. shutouts there. Nolasco there, most shutouts, 3 there for the Angels. And so, as for we're gonna get to team MLB rankings for us here in just a bit, and I was not surprised by a lot of these rankings here. Some of these rankings are really good. Some of them I was kind of not. Well, I was surprised, and there were some that I was things that I was like, oh wow, we're doing well in that that category there. So, the bulk, there's times I don't get to play the game, I sim it, so they obviously are doing well in certain categories there, in both hitting and pitching. I actually have the list down below in the comment section, or comments, the description down there of what are the rankings there for us there. So we'll go ahead and look at that in just a bit as we're winding down the American League leaders here. But yeah, just a great job there from our ball club and what they've been doing here so far, as they've been just showing the type of talent that we've had here. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and we're going to look at actually we're going to take a look here, showing off the WAR numbers there, batting WAR numbers, and of course pitching WAR numbers when they're not on the field there for their respective teams. But we'll go ahead and finish that out, and we'll go into some team rankings here, as we'll see batting average there. You see we're in first place, 293 there. We'll go on. We'll see at bats, 9th. Runs, we're tied in 3rd. Hits there we see in first with 825. Doubles in first, 152. What else are we? Triples, believe triples we're 30th. We're in 9th place there, so we're not hitting much triples. Of course, don't have any speedy guys out there on the field there that can help us out with that, with the exception of course of Fowler. Like I said, he's been struggling at the plate, so if you can't hit, he can't get on board. Stolen bases, I believe we're tied 28th with 14. Home runs were first, 138, the most in the majors right now. Runs batted in, I think we're tied 3rd with 380. Yeah, 380. Stolen base percentage, I believe that is tied for the 8th, 737. And the list goes on and on. But like I said, I'll have the list down there of every single category here on the sheet down there. But on the, or I should say in the description there. But yeah, for the most part here, this team has been doing a great job. And like I said, we just got to try to keep it up and just try to get our guys going and making sure we do what we can do on the field there. And just make sure we can take everybody. I want to say too, most importantly, we have not had any serious injuries. That's one of the things that I'm really happy about, that we have not had any crazy serious injuries like we had in the World Series there. The World Series had some pretty insane injuries, and a lot of times I was kind of like, okay, how did that happen? So far here, I mean, knock on wood, I'm so glad we haven't had to deal with injury. I think I've said this already, but yeah, it's great that we have not had any serious injuries there, and hopefully that will keep up, and hopefully all our guys can stay healthy, especially the guys that have been just hitting the ball really well. Piscotty, Diaz, Carpenter, Grischek, who's been doing a great job there. He started off hot, and then he kind of really cooled down quickly, and then bringing Tommy Pham back up, or bringing Tommy Pham up, and then those two kind of competing for the left field there. And then now we kind of have Grischek at center, since he's been hitting very well, because Fowler's not. I think we got a great team, and I think I'm really hoping that we can keep that going as we go along here in the season. But today you see, take a look at players of the month there. American League, Alex Cobb, your pitcher of the month. Nelson Cruz, your player of the month, and then your rookie of the month. There, a Astro there, who is taking care of that. So far, really good year. And then of course, there you see the National League here coming up here in just a bit. As we see, Alex Cobb 5 wins out of 6 games he's been pitching in, so that's really nice there. Jake Arrieta, there you see almost the same thing there, 5 wins out of 6 games, 1.13 ERA, 54 strikeouts. Corey Seager there for the Dodgers, and of course Patrick McElhan, there you see their rookie of the month there for the Reds. So let's go ahead, and that's pretty much going to be it for this report here. But like I said, coming up in the next episode for the Royals franchise, or excuse me, for the St. Louis Cardinals franchise here, it will be Game 2 of that series right there. It'll be between Michael Wacha and Max Scherzer. It should be a good one there. I think that's going to be a pretty good matchup there between these two guys. Of course, Wacha going for win number 15. We'll see how he does it coming up here. And like I said, this was actually a pretty fun game. I've already recorded it already. You guys, I think you guys will really like this one. It's a really good defensive game. And we'll see if we can pull off the win there and get Wacha his 15th. But that's it for this episode of the St. Louis Cardinals franchise Redbird Report for the month of June. Stay tuned for more St. Louis Cardinals franchise here on ESGNet. Don't forget to, please, if you guys would like to, leave us a like. Not to mention, don't forget to hit the subscribe button to be a part of the ESGN Nation. Hit that bell notification so you guys can be notified of when this series, the St. Louis Cardinals franchise, is uploaded, or any other series here on the channel you guys enjoy. Hit that bell notification so you guys can be notified of when those videos are uploaded to the channel. Not to mention, don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Twitter and Discord for the latest news and events on what's going on here on the channel and what's going on in the world of sports gaming in general. Remember, all videos all summer long will be a part of the YouTube premieres here on ESGNet. So you guys will know the date and time of when these videos are going to be appearing. So you guys will know. You guys can set your reminders stuff like that to let you guys know of, on your phone or tablet or whatever, so you guys will know and be the first ones to watch. So thank you guys so much for watching. As always, keep yourselves and each other healthy, and I will see you guys next time.